Hello, lovely world. So, before I start this video, I just wanted to make something clear to you all that I don't know any of these individuals that I'm going to talk about in today's video. But I did want to start this video out by saying, look, everyone deserves to live their life the best way they possibly can. And I know I've said that a million times in the past, but the people I'm about to talk about in today's video don't get to live their lives like they should have because they're no longer with us, and it sucks that they're no longer with us. And I don't want you guys thinking that I'm being insensitive or anything like that, because I'm not. I wish I would have known these people when they were alive. I wish I would have been friends with every single one of these individuals. Now, I know I'm not super popular, and I know that I don't live in other states or other cities, but I prefer that you take this however you want to take it, but just realize that these individuals lost their lives before they had a chance to live their lives the way they should have. And like I said, I don't personally know these individuals. A couple of them are actors. A couple of them are, normal people like you and I. I don't know all of their names, but let's just dive into it. I wish that, what happened in Orlando didn't happen. That was 5 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago. I wish Christina Grimmie was still here. I wish that, Breonna Taylor were still here. Ahmaud Arbery was still here. George Floyd. All of these, individuals that were just had their lives destroyed. Cameron Boyce is another actor that had his life taken before it was his time. Even I can't remember his name, but his last name, Mr. Cordeo, or whatever his name is. I'm probably not saying his name right. He lost his life to this disease. There's just so many actors and actresses. Kirk Douglas, for example, he was a little bit older and maybe his time was running out. But I mean, all of these individuals deserve to live their life the best they could. I mean, Cameron Boyce was only like 24 years old. I mean, it just saddens me that we live in a world where, crime is terrible and it shouldn't happen. And I'm sick and tired of, hearing about police brutality, because it's a huge issue. And I know a lot of you think, because I'm not going to allow you to comment, but a lot of you think that they deserved it. They don't. That is called racism. And no one deserves to die. No one. Not a white person, not a black person, not an Indian person, not a Mexican, or, any heritage that you are, or anything like that. No one on this planet deserves to die because of the color of their skin, because of, they shouldn't die, period. Or whatever sexuality they are, or anything like that. It's terrible. And yet, it still happens. It needs to stop. We need to live in a world where peace and love runs this world. And it doesn't. And that's what terrifies me. It truly terrifies me that we live in a world where violence is more accessible now than it was, years and years ago before I was even born. This has got to stop. These individuals should not have to be in heaven right now. They should still be living on earth. It's these terrible people that just think they can hurt someone because of the way they look, or the way they dress, or the way their sexuality, or the color of their skin. And as far as I know, I could be wrong, but no one in the Breonna Taylor case has been charged or arrested or anything like that. Now, I could be mistaken, but the ones that killed George Floyd have been arrested and charged. The ones that killed, you know, Ahmaud Arbery have been killed or not killed, arrested and charged. And that's great and everything. But there's still problems with the system. And the system needs to change. And I'm not saying, like, you know, it's not just the police brutality. It's just Mr. Corona, or whatever you want to call it. It's killed over 130,000 people on this planet, or in the United States. And that's not fair and not right. And we need to figure out a way to stop it. Because right now, it's not going to stop unless we wear our masks, unless we stay inside and social distance. That's when it stops. That's when the world can get back to some sort a semblance of normalcy. It's not going to be completely normal. Racism's not going to stop in one day. It's going to continue to happen for as long as humanly possible. But things have started to shift. Things have started to change. You know, that Christina Grimmie case, you know, that should never have happened. The thing that happened at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida should not have happened. The killings of George Floyd, the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, the killing of Breonna Taylor, they should not have happened. There's so many more cases that we do not know about that should be talked about and expressed. And it's not just those names that I listed in this video. You know, Cameron Boyce should have had a longer life than he did. You know, there are so many human beings on this planet that should have lived longer lives. And it's not just Corona that's destroying lives and families. It's not just police brutality that's causing this problem. There are so many other factors that are happening besides those two things that are, you know, taking lives before they should be taken from us. And I would have loved to, you know, met Cameron Boyce. I would have loved to have met, you know, Christina Grimmie and you know, anyone else that has had their lives taken before their time was up. And I could rant about this and go on about this for as long as I can. But there are so many other names that I didn't list in this video that should be recognized as well. And it just saddens me that we still have to deal with this blatant, you know, problems every single day. Whether it's coronavirus, whether it's COVID, whatever you want to call it, whether it's police brutality, whether it's the flu or something else entirely, or it's just old age. We need to find a way to put a stop to all of it. And nothing's being done. I mean, there are things that are being done towards, you know, stopping this violence or police brutality and stuff like that. But there's nothing being done about COVID-19 or coronavirus or whatever you want to call it. 130,000 people have died from this coronavirus. And that is in the United States. I have no idea what the numbers are in other countries and other, you know, other continents and stuff like that. But right here in our own backyard, 130,000 people have died from this terrible virus. And they still have not found a cure. So please, I cannot reiterate this enough. Please stay indoors. And if you have to go to the grocery store or you have to go get food, wear a mask. That's just the truth of the matter. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking in your heads, why is this guy talking about it like this? Because it's real. It's still happening to this day. And it's terrible. Even when 9/11 happened, that was terrible. A lot of people lost their lives when the Twin Towers fell. That was almost 20 years ago. 19 years ago. It just saddens me that all these lives were lost before they should have been lost. And I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm not trying to say, anything discriminatory towards anyone. I'm just saying they should still be alive. And they should still be living their lives to the fullest. But they had their lives taken before their time was up. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I wish everyone who has a birthday today or had a birthday today a happy birthday. Because that's what's important. Especially Lauren. Her birthday, she turned 26 today. Or she is turning 26 today. She's still with us. And that's amazing. There's so many other birthdays out there that are coming up in the next 5 months that are amazing. And at whatever age you're celebrating, just happy birthday. And alright, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys know the drill. Bye-bye.